But speaking of memes, what the heck do you think is up with Elon Musk talking about Dogecoin a lot? Sort of from the cryptocurrency community, I've been talking to a lot of sort of technologists, I guess, and reading papers on cryptocurrency. It's like nobody really sees Dogecoin as a revolutionary crypto technology. A lot of people talk about its security issues. There's a bunch of issues it has. Nevertheless, you did say that money is a kind of social construct, right? And Elon Musk's combination of humor and brilliant engineering in the various companies he runs combines to create a kind of value and excitement behind Dogecoin. It's like, what is it? He says that the most amusing outcome is the most likely kind of idea, which sounds silly, but there could be like profound truth to it. It's like, what do you make of Dogecoin philosophically or technically? Is it possible that Dogecoin will overtake Bitcoin and run the entire world? I can't even, because it could happen. It could happen. But what if there's any serious way to answer that question?
Well, we have to start with Techno King of Tesla.
Yeah.
And Master of Coin, as they are so articulately called in the latest SEC filing.
He officially changed his title to Techno King. Yes.
Techno King of Tesla. And the CFO's new title is Master of Coin. And so when you have a sense of humor,
yeah,
and frankly, a level of self-confidence and an element of an appreciation for irony in the world, Dogecoin is actually one of the least crazy things that you could talk about when you're willing to go to Techno King of Tesla, Master of Coin, and all this stuff. And so I think that Elon doesn't get enough credit, frankly, for his understanding of internet culture, understanding of memes, and understanding of, frankly, human psychology and marketing. And so in some crazy way, every time he talks about Dogecoin, it's a rallying cry for an entire generation of kids. It's a rallying cry for an entire industry in terms of cryptocurrencies and digital technologies. But this is the flag.
Yeah.
And this is the thing that he can yell and scream about and tweet about without worry of punishment.
So he could be talking about Bitcoin, he could be talking about cryptocurrency, but that's not going to be as beautifully humorous and whatever the hell internet culture is as Dogecoin. He's finding the right language. He's speaking the language of the people of the in the digital age.
If you want to reach weird people,
yeah,
you can't be serious.
And most people are weird. The masses are weird. So he's speaking to the masses.
Yeah.
And Techno King.
And even further than that, I think, is he essentially is he's using Dogecoin as a way to say, I'm doing this because I can.
Yeah.
He couldn't do it with securities. He couldn't do it with certain types of other assets, right? Like I almost look at it as like a Venn diagram. What's the thing that a bunch of people know about, care about, think are funny, whatever, and also overlay that with the things that like he could actually talk about that he won't get in trouble for.
That's a big FU to the SEC. I could see the people just freaking out. I mean, I love it, but I don't know if I would have the guts to do it myself, but I think he's an inspiration to a lot of us to be like, well, maybe you should grow the guts.
When you're the Techno King, you can do whatever you want, right?
And I mean, that's something to aspire to, is to be the Techno King in your own little world.
If you also think about it in the sense of when you're somebody on a mission to create interplanetary life,
yeah,
when you're trying to solve or put a dent in the climate crisis or create electric vehicles and be the first American company in, however long, frankly, the SEC or other things in your life that just you don't ascribe that much importance to compared to those things, they're almost nuisances. Mm-hmm. And that's scary, I think, for shareholders of a company when the person that you're trusting to lead you to the promised land and create shareholder value doesn't put value on certain things. But at the same time, I always look at it as a tug of war. how much of the actions of what he's doing and calling attention to actually change the way that regulators, lawmakers, politicians, countries, whatever, act. He may not be able to say, do X, I'm the techno king, and they go do it. But with every step he makes, he changes some of their behavior. And so I think that it's a really kind of game of like 3D chess that, frankly, I'm not privy to, right? And I'm kind of watching from the sidelines and figuring out alongside everybody else. But I also don't think that it's just Elon bought a bunch of Dogecoin and tweets about it because he thinks it's going to $1 and he's gonna make money, right? Like I don't think it's an economic argument as to why he's so interested in it. I think it's much more it's almost like meta message for a lot of other stuff.
Yeah, he's kind of trying to break apart internet communication from first principles like he does so many other problems. It's kind of fascinating to watch. I know he's been he's taught me quite a bit about communication, and at least for me, it's been liberating to not give a fuck about the old school way of things. I've been always bothered by a place I deeply admire, which is MIT. But there's problems, the bureaucracies and hierarchies that hold back innovation, brilliant minds. And in that sense, Doge is a kind of FU to the system that's kind of positive, but also but it was also an FU. So in that sense, I think Elon has a perspective on the world that's similar to Bitcoin folks, which I really like, which is like thinking long term. It's how visionaries think. Is like, if I take these ideas, and the ideas hold true, what will the world look like in 20, 30, 50 years? And think about everything in that way.